A junior number 25, Cole Shannon.
From the Doc Cone Gymnasium here on the campus of the old Waltham High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School boys varsity basketball. Tonight, the Spy Ponders of Arlington High School tap off against the Red Devils of Burlington High School. Hello everyone, I'm Don Phelan. My partner is Tim Hoffman. Miles Donato is our producer, and Nicholas Pogolzelski is our camera person tonight from the Doc Cone Gymnasium. And tonight's game features two teams coming into the game with a record of 5-1. Both teams are 4-0 in their respective divisions of the Middlesex League. So Tim, on paper, this looks to be a great game.
Yeah, I'm really psyched for this game after watching the Belmont-Arlington game. Arlington played really well, but Belmont just really tries to slow things down. Their offense is like watching paint dry. You're not going to see that tonight. The Burlington guys, they get up and down the floor. They like to jack threes. They push it, and should be a very up-tempo game, and hopefully Arlington can slow them down a little bit with their tough D.
We'll get you the starting lineups for both teams, but first we'll have the playing of our national anthem. Starting lineup for the Red Devils: number 1, Ryan Ellis; number 4, Justin Gray; number 2, Maddie Gray; number 25, Cole Shannon; and number 23, Leon Sakande. Head coach of the Red Devils in his 10th season is Phil Connors. And one thing I noticed with this Burlington lineup, Tim, no seniors in the starting lineup. The captain is Maddie Gray, number 2. He's a junior, and they start 4 juniors and a sophomore in the starting lineup.
Yeah, they have a good young team, but these guys are good. And like I said, we're going to be excited to watch this team tonight because they push the tempo. They try to dictate tempo. They get the ball, even will break off of made shots by Belmont. So you're going to see an up-tempo game, and it should be a real good one tonight.
For Arlington, tri-captain Nico Trapotsis remains out of the lineup with a bad ankle. So your starting lineup is number 0, Peter Clardy; number 5, Alexei Trapotsis; number 10, Jack Zambardino; number 33, James Digman; and stepping in again tonight for Nico is number 24, Jabari Williams,
who's really played well off the bench now as starter. You can tell Gray, number 2, because there's 2 of them, is the best player on the team because Alexei's covering him.
That's right. Top of the key, 3-point shot is no good. Zambardino with the rebound for the Ponders. Burlington looks like they're in man-to-man defense also to start the game. There's Peter Clardy at the basketball, number 0. There's Zambardino, number 10. Swings it back over to Clardy, cross-court pass, baseline drive. Clardy gets stuffed up a little bit, kicks it out to Dingman, number 33. Dingman in the paint, kicks it back out to Peter Clardy. Clardy on the baseline drive, stepped out of bounds. He ran out of real estate. It'll be Burlington ball.
Not much going on that offensive trip for Arlington. However, you do see that the smaller Gray is covering James Dingman. That's going to be difficult for him to cover him. James could get off tonight.
Now on the press, some good basketball there by the Red Devils leads to a basket for Justin Gray.
Yeah, Burlington obviously scouted Arlington. We've said in the past that the deep man is really wide open. They threw a bomb, he was open, and they got the secondary break, no problem.
There's Jabari Williams, and he'll be called for a traveling violation. Yeah, Burlington went with the long pass, and then the player who received the pass, not sure who it was, he went with the head fake, and then he dumped it off. Smart play there as Arlington tried to get back defensively. And again, Burlington looking to go deep.
Yeah, they're sending two guys.
Two guys deep on that one. One Gray swings it to the corner. Three-point shot is no good. And that was Justin Gray on the three-point shot.
And the quickness that he took that shot and his confidence, you know that he can let it fly, because you don't come down in the first possession of the game and have the ball for about a nanosecond, let one shy. Here's James.
Peyton Pritchard, like Dingman strong to the hole. Shot was blocked.
Good D right there.
By Matty Gray.
Yeah, he's long, too. He's about 6'4", 6'5".
Ooh, long bounce pass. You must have loved that. Three-point shot from the corner. That's his spot, apparently. And that's number 4, Justin Gray for 3.
Yeah, he's a nice lefty shooter. You know that he can shoot because he gets to his spot. He's set. He's got a really nice release.
Justin Gray has all 5 of the points in the basketball game as the Red Devils lead 5-0. Now that ball's knocked out of bounds. Oh, that's got to be Arlington ball. Referees are conferring about it, but nowhere near did not. Well, we have a great view of that, and sometimes the officials don't, but nowhere near was that touched by Arlington, and the referees confer and get it right, Arlington ball.
One of the things in Arlington's quarter-court offense here, Burlington's switching on everything. They start with the taller Gray on James Dingman, but every pick, every movement, they'll switch to someone else, and that's what they have to do to create some matchups here.
Played about 2.5 minutes in the game. Arlington's score so far. Not anymore. Dingman baseline drive. No, it rolls. Yes, it does. It rolls around and in. I had confidence that shot was going to fall, and the Spy Ponders trail 5-2. And now timeout called by Burlington. Interesting there. And Coach Connors is not happy about that for some reason. I don't know what happened on that play. He called a timeout, and he is furious at mostly at number 4, Justin Gray.
Yeah, and I think he didn't like the fact that they didn't switch, and so that when James went to the basket, the defender fought through the pick, which, you know, back in the day you used to teach.
Right.
And now everything's a switch, and I think that he didn't like the fact that he switched, which would have actually created a little bit of a mismatch, and James took it to their taller player, their better defensive player, who's a much longer kid. Like I say, he's about 6'4", 6'5", with long arms. And that's James' little mid-range jumper there, which is just a really, really tough shot to defend.
You got to look at the Arlington High Winter Cheer squad, coached by Sarah Liss and Emily Doak, and we'll get that roster to you the next chance we get. Now, great defense by Arlington. Zambardino lays it up and in.
Great defense by Alexi. Zambino cleans it up. Zambardino. I forget a syllable on your name. I apologize. I did that.
Clardy tried to take. He could get called for the fake while being fouled. 3-point shots missed. Here come the punters the other way. They run the little 2-on-1 break, and they're going to call a kicking violation on Burlington. It will remain Arlington ball. 31 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Jack could have taken that to the hoop. He didn't really need to pass that.
Judgment call there by the officials, whether they determined that the Burlington player deliberately kicked it or not. They determined that he did. So Arlington retains possession, down by 1, 4:55 to go. First quarter now on the drive. A foul is committed by Burlington. It will be Arlington ball on the baseline.
It seems like Burlington plays very aggressive defense, and James is going to probably be able to draw them into fouling him.
Cole Shannon picks up that foul, number 25 for Burlington, his first on the team, first for either team in the first few minutes of action. Dingman goes to the hole, had it blocked. I believe that was Sakande on the block.
Very good defense. A jump stop there, ball fake. Probably get a foul.
Clardy gets the hands involved, makes the steal. Here comes Peter Clardy, coast to coast, lays it up and in.
Great move by Peter to use his body. He created a little bit of space, pushed off a little bit. They're going to go deep. They've seen this before.
Arlington had their first lead of the game. They still do, as the layup is missed by Zakandi, but Zakandi does a nice job following it up and puts it back up and in. So lead seesaws there for a moment as these Ponders had a lead momentarily, and now Burlington reclaims the lead 7-6 almost halfway through the first quarter. Clardy in a little bit of trouble. They had to throw it up as he was off balance. Didn't get the roll. Here comes Sakandi for the Red Devils. Way downtown. No. And that was Matty Gray on the shot.
We might see a shootout here tonight.
We already had more points in this game than we had the entire first half of the Belmont game. Almost. Zambardino goes inside to Jabari Williams. Williams with a nice move into the paint, puts it up, count the basket, and Jabari Williams will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Good footwork there by Jabari, and he also leaned in a little bit, pushed off with his shoulder, totally legal, and created some space and contact. That's a really nice play by Jabari. They're going to need him tonight because they're going to be all hands on deck here because both teams are going to put some points on the board.
Arlington reclaims the lead, 8-7, 3:44 to go, first quarter. Around the rim and out. Alexi tried to keep the ball alive on the offensive rebound on a missed free throw, but it went off his leg and out of bounds. Burlington ball.
Really good call by the ref there. That was a quick call, but he got it right.
Yes, Arlington defending the long pass a little bit better now. There still is one player deep, but I think Arlington can get back on him. Now the baseline drive, tried to get it to the cutting player, but he threw it behind him. Arlington ball on the turnover. Here
nice
comes
move.
Dingman to the hole. No, rebound, fought for. And on the rebounding action, I think they're going to get a foul on Burlington.
Yeah, that was a really good offensive tip by Jabari Williams there. He got good position. He's always in the right spot offensive rebounding-wise.
For Burlington, number 10, Anthony Gurrier picks up the foul, his first. He checked into the Burlington lineup a short while ago, and now he checked quickly right back out of the Burlington lineup.
Yeah, I think Coach wasn't psyched about something that Justin Gray did on defense. Took him out, Justin's back in. Wow, that is a tough shot by James Digman. James came to play tonight, which he always does, but...
Again, Arlington trying to grab that charge. Clarity goes down. Again, he runs the risk of that faking being fouled call, which is new this year. We'll talk about that more later. Peter with a nice dump pass inside to Jabari. Count the basket. And Jabari Williams will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Two really special things on that play is that bounce pass by Peter Clarity was great. And when Jabari got the ball, he gathered himself. He wasn't in a hurry. He took the half second, maybe a full second, let the Burlington guys jump all over him, went up strong. I mean, did Jabari Williams get better every week, Don?
Absolutely. He's got more responsibility now, too.
Yeah.
As we talked with Coach Woods the night before, a game before, he replaced James Digman one game, and now for 2 games, he's replaced Nico Trapotsis.
Well, those are big shoes to fill, 2 really good high school basketball players.
4th team foul committed by the Red Devils. Arlington has yet to commit a foul, so Arlington will be in the bonus for the duration of the first quarter.
I like how Arlington's playing out on the ball.
And a nice little cut there and an easy 2 for Matty Gray.
Yeah, because Burlington's looking at 2 threes, and Arlington's face guarding them out at the 3.
Both Grays now on the board for the Red Devils, and the Arlington lead is 3 at 12-9, coming up on 2 minutes.
Mismatch right here. James is the smaller Gray.
Nice pass by Alexi, and Jabari Williams called for a travel.
He's got to gather himself a little bit there, put the ball on the floor. Yeah, anytime that James is being covered by anyone besides Matty Gray, they should just ISO him, clear out, and let him take it to the hoop. I don't think there's anyone on the other team that can cover him besides
Gray. He can't move.
Oh, he traveled. Good call.
It was a great call there by the official. It's not so much a traveling. A lot of people think you can't travel with the ball out of bounds. Well, it is, it's a 3-foot area that you have, 1.5 feet either way. And if you violate that area, it's a violation. And that's what happened there. Of course, after a made basket or a made free throw, you can run the entire baseline, but not in a situation like that. Dingman double team, ball's knocked loose.
Sort of forced it into James there.
Kandi comes up with it for the Red Devils.
Oh, he was looking to jack that.
Here's Gray. That's Matty Gray, number 2. Kicks up top. 3-point shot there is off. That was number 1, Ryan Ellis. And what do we have here? I turned away for a moment. Arlington turned it over?
Yeah, they had an outlet pass, and he threw it a little bit wide. He rushed it a little bit, but it was a good idea, just the execution wasn't there.
First substitution for the Spy Ponders, number 4, Jonas Burrell into the lineup.
Who's played really well in the last few weeks.
3-point shot there is up and high and no good. Burrell replaced Jack Zambardino. There's Dingman on the tricky dribble to the hole, blocked by Gray. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Burlington, and the Burlington coaching staff vehemently disagreed with that call. Didn't get a good look at that from up here. That's our one little blind spot is in that left corner from where we have a broadcast area. Dingman off the window, puts it in.
Yeah, anytime they switch, I got to go to James. And when the big guys covering James, throw a ball fake because they're going up for the block instantly.
Half dozen for Dingman. Arlington with their largest lead of the game. Now there's a turnover by Arlington. Burrell with the steal. Clarity with the bell, and it's blocked from behind by Gray. Now Burrell puts it up, no. Oh, boy, Arlington maybe caught a break there, Tim. I do think that Jonas may have shuffled the feet there before the contact, but we'll take any call that goes our way.
That was one heck of a defensive play by Matty Gray right there. I mean, man, he punched that thing. Very active defensive player as someone that looks to score as well. So really liking what we see from him so far.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Coach Connors is not liking the way this quarter is going foul-wise. His team has committed 5 fouls, and if you look at the Arlington side of the scoreboard, it's a big fat 0. And for a team that plays defense the way Arlington does, for them to have 0 fouls with a minute to go in the first quarter is almost hard to believe. Burrell hits both free throws.
Great to have Burrell come off the bench, such a solid player, good free throw shooter, good defender.
Spy Ponders continue to increase their lead, and they get another turnover. 16-9 Ponders, exactly 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
You got James out, give him about a minute rest. He's going to need it.
He was replaced by number 11, Simon Miller. Moved by Jabari. Jabari, no. Simon Miller with the putback. He got hit, no. Puts it back up and in. Simon Miller, great presence there to stay with the play. Even though it looked like he got fouled on the initial shot, he kept it going, followed it up, and put it in. Arlington by 9.
He earned some more playing time after his big performance against Belmont, I'll tell you that.
Just about a half-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So in theory, Burlington can't hold for a final shot, but they're down by 9.
Hey, you can't say more than the Arlington bench. I mean, they bring kids off the bench that come in, they're ready to play, and they really don't lose that much. And even Jabari Williams, usually not a starter, but one of the better players. These guys have a great bench.
That's a big basket there. 3-point shot by number 4, Justin Gray. Shot there at the buzzer is no good, and boy, that was a big basket for the Red Devils, Tim. The game was kind of slipping away for them in that first quarter. Arlington had got the lead up to 9. That 3-pointer count cuts it down to 6 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and you can just tell he's almost like the kid that we saw from Winchester that just looks to jack the 3 and has really good confidence and a good shot, is that they got to get out on Justin Gray. And he's really looking, he obviously likes that, the corner over there by the door, but you got to find out where he is and get out on him, because he's a shooter, he likes to shoot, and he's the coach has obviously has given him the green light, and he's going to be some trouble down the line here.
He was the leading scorer in the first quarter of that game with the 8 points for the Red Devils. Arlington was led by James Digman with 6. They had 4 players score a basket each. Jabari Williams had 4, so a good spread out attack for the Spy Ponders, accounting for their 18 points.
Yeah, and Simon and Burrell come off the bench and give them a really good energy, some offense, it's a little bit of defense. So it was really good to see that.
A shout out to little Brendan Egan watching the game at home from Burlington.
Can Brendan play?
Not really. There's a little baseline drive. They try to kick back out top of the key. They work it around nicely. It results in a 3-point shot. A little bit long. Ooh, Alexi maybe with a little push to get a little space there.
He thought it was 3rd and long.
Just enough contact to get the space to grab that rebound. Now the ball is loose. Jabari saves it nicely
play
to Alexi Trapotsis.
They reset the shot clock on that too.
I don't know about that.
Ball fake.
Jabari Williams up
there
strong.
There you go, Jabari.
Oh, he's making a living down there, putting those shots in off the window from down on the block.
Yeah, he's such a good base. He's strong from the waist down. Good legs, good footwork. That was a good pass by Alexi too. Good entry pass.
Foul committed by Jabari Williams, his first on the team. Arlington leads by 8, 20-12.
Jabari's so patient when he gets the ball. He's not panicking under the basket, and he lets the play develop.
Well, they run a nice inbounding play that results in a very easy layup for Matty Gray.
That was a nice executed play.
Okay, so the shot clock did not start on that possession, so they'll try to figure out how much time to put on the shot clock. Can't be more than a couple seconds to be taken off.
These guys aren't really using the shot clock tonight, especially Burlington.
I'd imagine maybe, 4 or 5 seconds after that basket by the time Arlington got it over midcourt?
Yeah, 6 is a good compromise.
6.
Yep.
Okay.
I think both coaches agree, get this thing moving.
Yep, that's officially what they're going to go with. 29 seconds on the shot clock for the Ponders. They lead it 20-14 with 7:20 remaining in the first half.
So you see how Burlington switches on everything. You can really create mismatches here.
Inside to Jabari. Swinging around again. Burrell fakes, gets it inside to Clarity. Ball's taken away, but not totally. Arlington retains possession with 9 on the shot clock. Really the first time we've been under 10 on the shot clock this entire game. Lex is going to have to put it up. He does, and he puts it up and in.
Oh, there's a nice backdoor cut, a nice pass by Burrell.
Kind of ugly offense for the Ponders, but it results in a layup for Alexei Traposis, and Arlington leads by 8.
Yeah, Jonas Burrell had a nice backdoor pass there.
Alexei doesn't shoot much, but that time he had to. His shot clock was under 5 seconds. And they're going to call a foul on Arlington. Looked like it could have been a held ball, but before Jonas Burrell,
Coach Woods is like, jump ball, jump ball.
I guess just before Jonas tied him up for the held ball situation, he committed the foul. Arlington's going to have to get somebody off the floor. They have 6 out there. Now they don't. James Digman and Jack Zambardino back into the Ponder lineup. Jabari Williams and Jonas Burrell check back out. Here come the Ponders. They really don't have the numbers. And now they'll settle it down. Inside pass to Alexei Traposis. Can't get the layup to go.
Good cut, good pass. Look at Burlington just off to the races.
Arlington's really been passing the ball well. Now a good little left-handed layup there. And that's by number 10, Anthony Gurriel.
2 dribbles and then bucket. I mean, that's the way to play basketball. Mismatch, clear out, send him through.
In the corner, Simon Miller for 3. No. Rebound by Matty Gray. Here's the other Gray for 3.
And, you know, I always say, get your feet set. That's someone that's a good shooter. Someone like this kid who doesn't need his feet set is an above average and a really good shooter. You could see him, he was fading off to the corner there and hits a 3, no problem.
Justin Gray hits the 3. Arlington lead down to 3. They led by as many as 8.
He only needs the ball. He doesn't need his feet set.
Inside play. Dingman puts it up. No, he was a little off balance. 3-point shot by Zambardino. No, Simon Miller with 3 on fakes. Oh, what a beautiful play by Simon Miller. He'll go to the line for 2. Good head fake resulted in the foul committed by Ryan Ellis. And a good foul by Ellis. He prevented the easy layup.
I think he took a head to the chin. I think that was a hard foul on both guys. Yeah, when James is underneath, he has to throw a ball fake on that, and those guys they would literally jump over his back. So he has to be a little more patient underneath.
Around the rim and out for Simon on the first free throw.
But when James gets the ball on the wing here, especially when they're playing man on a mismatch, you got Peter in the corner. He's got to take his time, send Peter through, create some space, and then take it to the hoop, either directly to the hoop or his mid-range jumper.
Ooh, bad luck there by Simon Miller. Around the rim and out on both free throws. Miller, one of 5 Arlington players with 2 points. 3-point shot in the corner is good. And again, that's Justin Gray. Number 4 with 14 of Burlington's 22. And we're all tied at 22 now. Arlington's 8-point lead is gone.
He just runs right to the corner, right where he knows he can hit.
Good job there. Getting in the passing lane was Matty Gray. Knocked the ball away, but couldn't get the turnover. Now another deflection, this time by Gurriel. Knocks the ball out of bounds. It will remain Arlington ball. Right there in the midst of the cheerleader section.
But Winchester was a good team. Burlington's probably the best Middlesex League team besides Arlington that we've seen this year. Would you agree, Don?
Yeah, they're both undefeated. Burlington's on the other side of Arlington in the smaller division, which I believe is called the Freedom. Arlington is in the Liberty. Both teams are 5-1 and 4-0 in their respective divisions. And now Arlington will go to the line as James Digman was fouled to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Burlington plays really, really good defense. And, man, do they get it going on offense. They get it up the floor, a couple dribbles, attack the hoop. They got three-point shooters. They got a couple of bigs. I like their team a lot.
First free throw is good by James. His first point of the second quarter. He now has 7 on the evening. Gives Arlington the lead, 23-22, 4:25 to go first half.
It was a really good job by James to follow his own shot, grab the rebound, then attack the hoop.
Knocks them both down. Arlington back up by 2. A chance for a double team here. Zambardino with the steal. Fakes.
Good
puts
ball
it
fake.
up. No. Taps it up. No. Rebound fought for. And Justin Gray comes away with it for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Justin Gray goes after every shot, too. So ball fake here is going to get him up in the air.
I'm assuming they're brothers. They look a lot alike, but one is significantly taller than the other, and one can shoot threes significantly better than the other. As Justin Gray hits another 3.
You know what? Don't sleep on Matty. I saw him warming up,
Sure.
too, and he could jack the 3 as well.
Well, so far it's been Justin.
Justin, obviously.
17 of Burlington's 25, and the Red Devils lead. Peter Clarity, top of the key for 3. No. Arlington has yet to hit a 3-point shot tonight. Burlington's hit a few.
He's in the corner calling for the ball.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
He might jack this one. He is going to jack this one.
God, I love
No.
that kid.
That was almost from out of bounds. Nice bounce pass by Alexi. On the cut, Jack Zambardino lays it up and in. He took a little bump on the play, but he was able to convert anyway. Arlington down by 1. Alexei Troposis picks up that foul. I believe that's his first, 3rd on the team.
Coach Woods wanted a double there. He wanted Simon to come over and double, but it was a good D by Alexei. He did a little too aggressive, but then again, that's going to happen.
3:10 to go, first half. Arlington trails by 1. That was Alexei Troposis' first foul. Alexei on the switch, harassing Cole Shannon, number 25. Here's your top of the 3 key by the big fella. No. Troposis with the rebound. Morrell on the fake. Takes it into the key. Kick out to Dingman. Dingman into the paint. Puts it up with the left hand.
Ooh,
no.
Little contact there, too.
Here comes Burlington back the other way. Nice bounce pass. Laying it up. No. Again, Burrell trying to pick up the charge. Didn't get it. Layup missed by Burlington anyway. Now Arlington turns it over on the transition. We're going to have a blocking foul committed by Arlington. That will be their 4th team foul.
This pace is unbelievable, Don.
Ooh.
It's like the track meet going on out here.
Well, unfortunately, they're going to get Alexei Troposis on that foul. So that's 2 fouls by Alexei in the last minute or so.
Coach Woods is like he wasn't even in the neighborhood.
Well, Coach Woods has got to make a decision. Usually he takes players out in the first half with 2 fouls. Let's see what he chooses to do with Alexei.
It's good that he has such a good bench.
Senior-laden team, as you mentioned. I think Coach Woods says Arlington has 9 or 10 seniors, if I'm not mistaken. Peter Clarity at the table ready to check in. 3-point shot, no good. Alexei has to be real careful not to pick up that 3rd foul before Peter Clarity gets in for him. Burrell with a nice move into the paint. No. Arlington fights for the rebound. Burlington might have numbers if they push it, but Arlington quick to get back. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Fast-paced game here at the Doc Cone Gymnasium. And that's off. And that's Matty Gray. It's a 3-point shot. No.
Settle down, get the ball inside to Williams, or have James take it to the rack.
Jabari Williams on the baseline is called for a travel. And as mentioned, number 0, Peter Clarity, back into the Arlington lineup, replaces Alexei Troposis. 1.5 minutes to go. First half, a fast-paced and enjoyable first half. Arlington down by 1, though. Three-point shot in the corner. No, but before the three-point shot, a traveling violation. Now, that's that little bunny hop that players were taking for years and kind of getting away with. About 2 years ago, the IBO people decided to take that play away because it's clearly a travel. If you have both feet on the ground and then you take that little bunny hop, you move both feet, kind of like jumping up and down with the ball. So good call there by the officials.
I don't get the advantage of for a shooter to do that. It just like he had his feet
set.
Yeah, to reset your feet.
Right. Burlington substitutions, number 3, Krish Sony, and I believe is number 20, Jack Mercier, into the Red Devil lineup for the final minute, 15 seconds.
Yeah, protect some of the guys with fouls and get them a rest before halftime.
Ooh, no contact there. They play through it. Jonas Burrell into the paint. In trouble. That's almost looks like he gets slapped in the face. Here comes Zambardino. Going to get a reach-in foul committed by number 3, Krish Sony. Sony picks up his first. You know, that's pretty good defense there by Sony. You know, they only had 2 team fouls at the time, so why not play super aggressive defense? They had 2 to give.
Yeah, and he's like their 7th man, so they're not worried about his foul trouble.
Yep. So Burlington still has 1 to give. Arlington does not have any to give, so Burlington is in the bonus for this final 50 seconds of the first half.
Good clear out here for James.
Way downtown, James Digman's going to be short. Follows his own shot. Ball's loose in the paint. Arlington does not want to foul here to result in 2 free throws. On the baseline drive, reverse, no, by Cole Shannon. Now Arlington can hold for a final shot. The shot clock is off. 30 seconds to go, first half, 26-25 Burlington.
Good James, one more shot here.
Go inside to Jabari, fakes, spins, puts it up, doesn't get the roll. Arlington a little early on that shot. That's going to allow Burlington to perhaps get the final shot of this first half. Up by 1, 6 seconds to go. Oh no. Oh no, Jonas Burrell picks up that foul, his second. That puts Arlington over the limit. And with 2.3 seconds to go, you have Krish Sony just not really controlling the basketball with his dribble, and a government bailout call there, and that's going to result in the possibility of 2 points for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Coach Woods didn't like that.
That was a tough call.
It didn't seem like Sony had was under control. He was sort of like stumbling through with the ball. Nice form. He's got a good shooter.
He hits the first free throw. Yeah, those are big points at the end of the half.
Absolutely.
2.3 seconds to go. We'll see if anybody from Arlington can do their best Peyton Pritchard impersonation and get one off at the end of the half. Nice job here by the bench player, Krish Sony, to get 2 free throws. Dingman's going to launch it at the half. No. And the first half comes to a close.
Yeah, very, very fast-paced game here. Both teams look to push it. Burlington really looks to get it and go. Not a ton of scoring, but a lot of opportunities. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more scoring in the second half as well.
You know, we're in unfamiliar territory here, so I think when I looked at the scoreboard, I had the score backwards for a while. Arlington was actually leading by 1 at the end of that quarter until those final 2 free throws by Krish Sony, excuse me, gave Burlington the lead. The score at the end of the first half, Burlington 27, Arlington 26. Tim and I will be back with the second half action. And we're back at the Doc Cone Gymnasium here on the campus of the old Waltham High School, which of course is serving as Arlington's home court for the 2024-25 season. And again, my confusion with the scoreboard, but Arlington was up by 1 for the end of that half until the final 2 free throws by Burlington gave Burlington the 1-point lead. But Tim, pretty good game. You know, Arlington has to be concerned with the shooting of Justin Gray, number 4 for the Red Devils. He had 17 first half points, and 15 of those came on 3-pointers.
Yeah, he really looks to get in open. He's really good. He's crafty on getting some space. And once he has some spacing, he doesn't need the ball for very long. He didn't dribble. I'd say 4 out of the 5 threes that he took, he never took a dribble. He got the ball and let it fly. So they got to get out on him and make sure that they get a hand in his face.
You see the Arlington youth basketball players finishing up their halftime playing time, if you will, but
yeah, Miles and I were watching. There was one neat play. The kid went back door. Kid threw a nice pass.
And was that the one he finished with the left?
Yeah, we said Donnie's going to be calling that kid's game in 10 years.
Yeah, I hope so. But actually what it kind of does, though, is it limits the time for the teams. The Burlington coach did a nice thing. I mean, he wanted his players to shoot and warm up, and he went to the officials and said, you know, no, actually, it was one of the Arlington coordinators there, and said, you know, go ahead and finish what you're doing, because, you know, when you're on an unfamiliar court, you really want to kind of take a few shots, don't you?
Absolutely, especially when you have the smaller rim on one, or the bent rim, and then a more of a standard rim.
Right.
You want to definitely, especially the shooters. I think Justin can shoot at any.
Yeah.
Justin Gray might be able to shoot at a barnyard with a rim on the side.
So Arlington led by 6 at the end of 1. They trailed by 1, so a 7-point differential there in Burlington's favor in the second quarter. Let's see if Arlington can right the ship at the beginning of the second half. Arlington with their starting 5 in the game. Beautiful play. Peter Clardy lays it up and in.
Really nice pass by Alexi. He's got such good hands, good touch.
Arlington reclaims the lead, 28-27. Three-point shot there is way long. That's number 25, Cole Shannon for the Red Devils.
I don't want to jinx this, but it seems like they shoot a lot of threes, but only Justin's the one that can really hit them.
Peter Clardy a little off balance there. Now going to the basket, flipping it up with the left hand.
Peter. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was
Jack Zambardino with the deflection, I think. Clardy on the bounce pass to Dingman. Can't connect. Out of bounds, Burlington ball. Arlington's starting 5 in there. Number 0, Peter Clardy. Number 5, Alexi Trapotsis. Number 10, Jack Zambardino. Number 24, Jabari Williams. Number 33, James Digman. Reminder that Arlington is playing without tri-captain number 22, Nico Trapotsis. He's out with an ankle injury. I saw Nico after the Belmont game. He seemed to think he'd be back for this game, but he'll have to come back for the next one, hopefully. In the corner, 3-point shot, no good. Put back, no. Rebound fought for. Lost touch by Arlington. It will be Burlington ball.
The pace continues. It's not like either team's going to slow this thing down.
20 seconds on the shot clock. About a minute played here in the third quarter. They run that play a couple times. That time they couldn't connect on the pass as Gray couldn't handle it. And now Dingman fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2.
Good aggressive play by James attacking the hoop, and good aggressive defensive play by Burlington, making sure that if he's going to get him, he's going to earn him, because that was no soft foul right there.
Arlington has to be careful on that inbounding play on the baseline. That's worked twice for the Red Devils. Once an easy deuce, and then that time it just didn't work out. The pass didn't connect.
It's almost like a quick backdoor cut on the, right under on the box.
Kind of like seal play, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice play. And they have good spacing with it, too.
Dingman hits the first free throw.
This is already done. This is going to be huge, as both teams are going to get on the line here, and whoever's hitting the free throws is it's going to be a huge advantage. Oh, a deflection by Alexi.
And a steal by Zambardino. Clardy to the basket. Might have been blocked from behind. Now there's Alexi with the putback.
Oh, great play. Coach is not happy here. But that all started by their full court trap. Alexi deflected the basketball. Belmont got it, attacked the hoop. Alexi gets the rebound, puts it in. Just, I know it's like beating a dead horse here, but his defense is so unbelievable. not just steals, but deflections and the way that he positions himself. And he does it a lot without fouling. We don't see Alexi in a lot of foul trouble for the aggressiveness that he plays with. I mean, he's just such a superior defensive player.
He had 2 first-half fouls. The second one came with about 2 minutes left in the first half. He sat out the final 2 minutes of the half. And so he has 3 more to play with here in the second half. Arlington's largest lead of the game was 8. They now lead by 5 with 6:36 to go in the third quarter.
You see they have James cheating back a little bit there, a little bit leery of the deep pass here.
Going with the 4 wide. They get the ball inbounds. Almost a travel there. Now that's trouble for that big man right there. He was at midcourt with 3 Arlington defenders around him, and Arlington stripped it away. That's not where you want your 6'5" guy with the basketball. If he's 6'5", he might be.
Yeah, and Alexi comes up from behind and tips the basketball.
You have confirmed the Gray brothers are actually twins. And a steal by one Gray right there. That's Justin Gray. The Grays trade passes, and they almost trade passes again, but Alexi says, you know what, I'll take that return pass instead. Ahead of the pack is Dingman. Couldn't quite control it. Now he tracks it down in the corner and will reset the Arlington offense.
Yeah, a little mismatch here with James.
Inside to Jabari Williams. He fakes, he puts it up. Shot was blocked by Sakande. And now it's going to be a reach-in foul committed by Burlington. Matty Gray with the foul. Second team foul against the Red Devils.
Good hands by Jabari getting that second rebound there.
Dingman fakes, baseline drive, puts it up strong, blocked. Great defensive play there by
very good defense.
Leon Sakende.
Yeah, Sakembe can really D it up.
Three-point shot, top of the key. It's good. Matty Gray for 3.
Now we got all Gray shooting threes.
Arlington still, I don't believe, has hit 1 3-point shot this entire game, and the Grays have combined for 6 now. Inside to Jabari Williams. Nice little flip pass to Alexi, and Alexi lays it up and in.
Nice touch pass by Jabari there.
Spy Ponders lead by 4. 5 minutes to go. A reach-in foul committed by Arlington. We're going to get Jabari Williams on that foul. That's at least 2 for Jabari.
Coach Woods will take that as a really good aggressive play there. Good defense.
First on the team.
Got to be careful of the long bomb here. Got Alexi lurking.
Arlington switches. Kalari on the wraparound D. Couldn't quite get it to one of his teammates. 3-point shot there is good. Number 10, Anthony Gurrior for 3. And it's a 1-point game.
Belmont really active defensively.
Had James being guarded by the shorter Gray, Justin, right now. Go inside to Alexi Trapotsis. He puts it up. No. Dingman on the putback. Oh, that silly rim cost Arlington a deuce. Zambardino for 3. No. Rebound Jabari Williams. Arlington can reset if they want. Said Williams goes right to the hole and lays it up and in.
What a big play there by Jabari Williams. Deep offensive glass, rips it, uses his good footwork, gets to the hoop. Man, that was a good play by him.
In a timeout called by Arlington, they used their first timeout of the game. 36-33 Ponders.
Yeah, they just didn't box Jabari out, and he really attacked the glass well. When he's in there, he gets really good weak side position, offensive rebounding wise, and he's got great hands. You see him when he gets the ball; he doesn't fumble it or anything. He gets it, he brings it in, collects the ball, and then has his good drop step there. What an asset he's become for the Spy Ponders.
Second leading scorer tonight for Arlington with 8. James Dingman leading the way with 10.
And all dirty, too. Like he's getting offensive glass, throwing ball fakes, guys jumping over his back.
Continues to work on the footwork, which is so crucial if he's going to play down there on the block. Now here is an instance where the Burlington player can run the baseline if he so chooses.
A little bit different set. This is where they send the 2 guys up and 2 guys deep. Arlington switches. I like Alexi in this matchup.
Justin Gray yet to score for the Red Devils in the second half. He had 17 first half points, including 5 3-pointers. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Dingman. It will remain Burlington basketball.
Good deflection by James.
13 seconds on the shot clock, 3:39 left in the third quarter.
They're really overplaying
Gray?
the shooting Gray now, which
Number
is smart.
4, that's him.
Justin.
Shot clock violation. We haven't seen too many of those. Arlington plays great defense, but to get an actual shot clock violation is an accomplishment for sure.
Especially against Burlington, because
Right.
they like to get it in about 12 seconds and let one go. Great defense by Arlington there.
3:17 remaining, third quarter. Arlington holding on to a 3-point lead. Go back inside to Jabari Williams. Dingman being harassed. You got to get a foul on Burlington before he made that bounce pass.
Yeah, it was a good look for James on that. Just take it to the hoop. That kid's like draped on you. You're going to get the foul.
Gurrier picks up that foul. It's the third team foul committed by the Red Devils in the third quarter. 3:06 remaining in the third quarter. Ponders by 3. Here's an inside play, and Zambardino lays it in. So very similar to what Burlington did. Coach Connors is furious at his team.
He's losing his mind.
It's like, that's what we do. We should know that play.
That's our play.
That's our play. And a timeout called by Burlington.
Yeah, he's going to get on his shooter again. Yeah, really good with Arlington underneath their own bucket there. Getting some good space, and they use James sort of as a decoy there. James went into the corner, and their backdoor cut wide open, easy too. But when you can get easy buckets like that underneath your own hoop, it makes things a lot easier down the stretch here.
And you get a look at the Arlington Winter cheerleading squad.
You got a big team over there. That's good. All the
do.
participation. That's great.
Mia Tess is the captain. Lizzie Hink and Haley Dow are the seniors. Jill Cole, Ina Baird, Lily Rashankish, Amelia Maya, Carol Gouvier, Anna Maya. The juniors. Sophomores are Brooke Meyer, Audrey Nadeau, Maya Cochran, Lydia Scherer, Leila Wallace. And the 3 freshmen on the squad are Sydney Daniels, Juliana Swartz, and Eva Nedlichev, the Arlington Winter Squad cheerleaders. And again, they are coached by Sarah List and Emily Doak. Exactly 3 minutes remaining, third quarter. Spy Ponders lead by 5. Largest second half lead for Arlington. In the first half, they led by as many as 8. Good double team there. Good defense by Arlington, 13 on the shot clock. 3-point shot is good. Matty Gray for 3.
Yeah, you knew he was going to get off a little bit because he was a good shooter, and he missed a couple. But then again, that crazy hoop down here. But once he's on the normal hoop, it seems like he's a much better shooter.
The Gray twins have accounted for 27 of Burlington's 36. Now Jabari Williams will be called for foul on the rebound. And for Jabari, that's at least 3.
Yeah, good aggressive play, but it just it's something you got to stay away from because there's really no way he's going to get that rebound. Burlington player had really good position.
Gurrier, number 10, out of the Burlington lineup, replaced by Ryan Ellis, number 1.
Nico's like just on this kid, like.
See what that call is. And with, let's see what we have here. I think Burlington called the timeout.
Yeah, and Coach Woods is like that. They didn't have the ball when they called the timeout. Alexi sort of deflected it up in the air, and it seemed like that's what he's saying. I'm not saying that, but Coach Woods is saying that they didn't have possession of the basketball when they called timeout.
Well, I'll tell you what else happened, unfortunately, is that shot clock continued to run after. It's loud here, And I think that shot clock continued to run after the whistle, because if you look at the shot clock and it says 22, Tim, even you can do math. 35 minus 22 is 13, which means they didn't get it over in the 10 seconds.
Let me get my abacus out.
Yeah, use your fingers and toes if you have to. My point is that here's the thing from an official standpoint and from a coach's standpoint. When that coach asked for the timeout, that's when you have to honor it. So by the time it was recognized and the whistle blew and all that, perhaps the Burlington player didn't have it. But a lot of times you just extend that luxury to the coaches, saying, okay, when you first asked for it, he had the ball, then he lost it. At least that's what
there's a little bit of a lag.
Yeah.
You can't call it instantly.
Yeah, and
sure.
sometimes from an official standpoint, you don't really know that the coach is calling for timeout. You hear him saying all kinds of things. He might be saying, pull it out, Tommy out, Timmy out. You really don't know.
And now they only have 2 seconds to get it over?
No, you get a full 10 in Federation.
Gotcha.
And a whole new 10. But the shot clock is already 10 seconds into it. And Burlington only has 1 timeout left. That was their 4th timeout. Now that's a charge.
Oh, my goodness.
What a great job there. Simon Miller checked into the Arlington lineup during that timeout, and he took that one like a man.
No, that was Peter Clardy. Peter took it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Peter took it. Oh, my God, did he get hit hard. But what a great play by Peter.
Was Peter. Yeah, sorry, Peter.
I mean, he was
quick look, the 0. I just got my eyes checked today. They're not that good anymore. The 0 looked like an 11 real quickly, but it was Peter Clardy. For
That's
sure.
a tough play by Peter Clardy. He knew he was going to get hit, and he took position.
You know what, Tim? He's been trying for that all night. That's probably the 4th or 5th time that it was close. Well, that one wasn't close, but he had ones in the first half that were close. Dingman, pull up Jay, bang.
That's where he's going to be able to score in that mid-range, especially when one of the smaller guys are covering him. They just got to get James into some space, clear out some room for him, and let him do his thing.
A dozen for James. Arlington leads by 4, minute and a half to go, 3rd quarter.
Great D there. Got to get out on him.
He's going to take it to the hole instead and just strong to the basket, lays it up and in.
Really good take there.
Yeah, you can't really stop that. He had an extreme height advantage over Peter Clardy, and he was able just to finger roll it in. 2-point game. Clardy balls up. He lost his dribble. Dingman he's being held. Dingman into the paint.
James is feeling it.
Puts it up.
And 1.
No, he'll go to the line for 2.
See, that's what James has to do, is gather himself, throw a ball fake, because these guys are going for, like, I mean, especially the bigger one, Matty, is going for every block. If he throws a ball fake, that kid's flying out of the gym, and then he can lean in and get some leverage or create the foul, which he just did.
I'd have to imagine that Matty Gray might be amongst the shot block leaders in the Middlesex League.
One would think, from everyone we've seen.
2 or 3 tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he contests everything. They're taking him out. He might have a couple now, or maybe that might have been his 3rd.
15 foul against Burlington, so for the final minute 4, Arlington will be in the bonus. Dingman hit the first free throw. He now has a baker's dozen. 2 of 2.
Those are going to be big.
Back to that 4-point lead. Arlington really hasn't been able to extend much past that 4-point lead in the final minutes here of the 3rd quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Pond as it remains Burlington ball.
Good deflection by James there. Slow them down a little bit.
30 seconds on the shot clock, under a minute remaining. 3rd quarter, Ponders by 4.
Good D.
Yeah, good double there by Zambardino. As a Burlington player dribbled it right into the double team. Zambardino with the steal. Dingman for 3.
Money!
James
is going to start feeling it.
17 now for Dingman. Arlington back up by 7. Steal by Dingman. Dingman to the basket. Change direction from behind. Zambardino might have got hit. No call. They continue play on. And Arlington can't convert on the steal. 27 seconds to go. 3rd quarter. Shot clock is off. Coach Woods wanted to travel. Didn't get it.
A couple of pivot feet there.
I couldn't see it. 15 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Alexi all over Burlington. Again into the double team. And Peter Clardy picks up the foul.
Secondi had a really good defensive play. Leon Secondi down there. James went to the hoop, and man, did he get up there, and he blocked that shot with his elbow.
Yeah, Secondi has her eyes for sure.
Yeah, he's very athletic and a very, very good defensive player.
not really any harm on that foul committed by Peter Clark. I think that's only his first. Arlington not over the limit, so Burlington with 6.2 seconds to go will inbound from the baseline. Well, Peter took an elbow to the eye. No call. Shot goes up. It wouldn't count anyway. It goes around the rim and out as the horn had sounded, ending the third quarter.
Really tough play by both teams. Arlington showing a little bit of grit. You see a little more finesse sometimes from Arlington, but you got some tough kids with Alexi and Peter Clardy and James Dingman, as tough as they come. Jack's been playing unbelievable, and he's obviously a really tough kid. So these guys are in for a big battle tonight, and they're really stepped up to it.
Great third quarter for the Ponders, Tim. They outscored Burlington 19-11. They took a 1-point halftime deficit and turned it into a 7-point third quarter lead.
Yeah, they had good spacing on offense. They got James the ball and scoring. Alexi had a couple of putbacks. Peter Clardy playing really good defense, picked up a huge charge there. And Jabari had a couple of really nice putbacks, offensive rebound, putback, and those all add up. And the other thing, too, is Arlington's been really good at the foul line. They've been hitting all their freebies, and they're going to continue to need to hit their freebies because this is going to come down to the buzzer. This is going to be a tight game, and the free throws are going to be huge.
Arlington with 4 of their 5 starters in the lineup to start the fourth quarter. Number 4, Jonas Burrell, is in there instead of Jabari Williams. I think Jabari could be in a little bit of foul trouble. So it's up to Jonas to step up and pick up the slack. Next man up for the Ponders.
And Jabari plays underneath a lot, covering the bigger guys, so I wouldn't be surprised if he needs a little break here.
That's a long 3.
I'll give him that.
A good job there by the Burlington play, securing that offensive rebound. That was number 1, Ryan Ellis. There goes Gray, and again, when he gets in there, nobody from Arlington can stop that.
Yeah, he's a good slasher. Yeah, he controls his body, just doesn't run someone over.
And he'll pick up that foul. Now you got to wonder too, maybe the taller Gray, Matty, maybe he had an early growth spurt, and maybe he, his younger brother, his twin brother's a little bit shorter than him, so maybe he has all the ball handling and shooting skills, and then he sprouted up, and all of a sudden he went from being a guard to a big guy.
Yeah,
maybe,
and he's a good wing. He has good handle. He's a good shooter. Good passer. Little 2-3 zone here.
But just when you're in high school, when you become 6'4" or whatever, you got to play a different position.
Yeah, and he's really good defensively with his length. A little 2-3 zone here.
A funny story about that from back in the day, if I can relate it in a little while. I will. Back when Arlington legendary coach John Cody was the head coach, as Dingman takes a 3. No.
That would have been huge.
Baseline drive, put it up. No. Jonas Burrell commits the foul.
Not a bad foul there.
No, good foul. And number 10, Anthony Gurria, will go to the line. Anyway, long story short, it was a really tall and good player for Arlington. He was probably about 6'4", 6'5", can't think of his name. And he told Coach Cody that, Coach, I want to play, wing, because in college I'm going to be a wing. And, here he is, a 6'5", kid in high school. You got to play the 4 or the 5, So Coach Cody just said to him, okay, well, here's your choices. If you want to be a wing, you're a 3rd string. If you want to play and be a starting center,
we got a spot for you.
We got a spot for you. You're a 5. So figure out what you want to do. Let the college coach figure out how to transfer you from a 5 to a 3. 1 of 2 for Gurrier. It's been a little bit of a good start here for the Red Devils. They have the first 3 points of the fourth quarter, played a little over a minute. Arlington lead down to 4.
So now like a 1-2, like sort of a 1-2-2 or a 3-2. Get out on the shooters.
Zambardino tried to dump it down on the baseline to Peter Clardy, who's running along that baseline. Ball was deflected out of bounds by the Red Devils.
I actually like a 3-2 against Arlington because they don't really have the big inside game, and then you can get out on the shooters outside.
Zambardino fakes the 3. Now he's going to take a little pull-up jump shot. No. Rebound fought for, and Burlington comes up with a chance to cut into the Arlington lead. See what I mean? He's got some skills.
Yeah, he's a good player.
For a tall guy. Good little drive there by Ryan Ellis. And Ryan Ellis picks a good time to get his first basket of the game. And Arlington now just with a 2-point lead.
Burlington has really good spacing. You never see them on top of each other.
And Dingman on the fake and the drive, able to create the contact, and a foul will go against Gurrier. 5:59 remaining in the game. Arlington by 2.
Yeah, Ryan Ellis was able to get to the hoop there because there's no one on top of him, so there's man-to-man defense, a lot of good spacing. Just one-on-one, take it to the hoop, use his body. They're back in this 1-2-2 or 3-2.
This will be the only meeting of these two teams today. Peter Clardy, no rebound fought for by Zambardino, couldn't get the tip back. Here comes Burlington with a chance to tie, or with a three-pointer, they can take the lead again. And they're going to get Clardy on the foul.
Coach Connors made that call.
He sure did.
It was a good call, though.
Yep. Second team foul against Arlington. I think that's the second on Peter Clardy. 5:37 to go. Ponders by 2. It's Peter Clardy guarding the taller Gray. Matty Gray from way downtown gives Burlington the lead.
From Waltham Center.
So in the first half, it was Justin Gray. Justin Gray has no second half points, but his brother Matty has picked up the slack. He now has 17 in the game, and Burlington leads by 1. Dingman for 3, no. Zambardino with the offensive rebound, and Arlington can reset.
Shoot it again.
Under 5 minutes remaining in the game, Arlington down by 1.
Yeah, that was a 30-footer that Matty just jacked up.
Zambardino off the window, no. Clardy fights for the rebound. It's loose. Burlington comes away with it.
He's looking to shoot.
The Grays pass it amongst themselves, and now they reset. It looks good. Short. And good job there by Burlington taking it away. From behind, Gurrier.
Nice bounce pass.
Ooh, they kick it back out. Gurrier's going to take the 3 from the corner. No. And good job there by Ryan Ellis, number 1, with an offensive rebound. So Burlington doing a great job on the offensive glass this possession. Gray for 3, around the rim and out. Another offensive rebound by the Red Devils. Three-point shot off the window is in.
He didn't call glass.
And Arlington takes a timeout. Excuse me, Cole Shannon. We have the names on the roster backwards here, and sometimes I've gotten confused, but Cole Shannon with the 3, his first basket of the game. Couldn't have come at a better time for the Red Devils. They take a 4-point lead.
Yeah, that possession right there was unlike Arlington for this season. Just a couple of offensive rebounds by Burlington. They just didn't get a body on anyone. They were sort of long, long rebounds too. So it wasn't like they were just getting out hustled for them. It was just bad. Burlington's taking these threes, and they're coming up with longer rebounds, and they just get 3 in a row, which is very unusual.
And then Burlington able to cash in. You know, they had, I think, 4 opportunities on that possession, and then the one shot that they make is a bank shot from three-point land by Shannon, and he has his first basket of the game and gives Burlington the 4-point lead. 3:53 to go.
Big possession here by Arlington. They need to get settled, get a bucket.
We're more than halfway through this fourth quarter. Arlington yet to score. They've been outscored 11-0 in the fourth quarter.
Big run by Burlington. That can happen when you play the great defense that they play and also push the ball up the floor. All of a sudden you look up, it's like 11-0. They're going to need some help in the backcourt here.
Arlington now with their starting 5 in there. High pass there. Alexi able to track it down.
So they're playing another zone. They try to trap in the half court.
Ooh, Alexi just got his arm taken off. Jabari Williams flips it up and in.
Wow, big bucket by Jabari there. Usually see him powered up. A little bit of a finesse move there.
Double figures for Jabari Williams with 10. Arlington trails by 2. 3:22 remaining in the game.
And that was a big one. Stop the bleeding. Oh, he traveled.
He almost went into the cheerleaders. Ooh, now a little reverse shot there by Gurrier on the feed from Ryan Ellis. And Burlington answers the Arlington bucket.
Ellis has done a lot of small things. He's gotten some rebounds. He had a big bucket, a couple of good passes. Good complimentary player for Burlington. Come to the ball.
Under 3 minutes to go. Pond is down 4.
I like James in that position there.
Top of the foul line. Jabari Williams to the basket. No. Rebound fought for by Alexi. They determined that ball did not hit the rim. They did not reset the shot clock. Peter Clardy puts up count the basket. And Peter Clardy go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Great play by Peter, but really good rebound by Jack Zambardino. He got in there and got the offensive glass. And a nice pass, too.
51-49 Red Devils. 2:38 remaining in the game. Big free throw here for Peter Clardy. Like to get this down to a 1-point game. And he does just that.
Nice shot, Peter.
7 points for Peter Clardy, the tri-captain of the Ponders. 2.5 minutes to go. Arlington down by 1. Yeah, good luck to him on that one. That's not a good shot, I don't think. I mean, it looked good, but I think it was too quick in the offense. Now, corner three-pointer is no good by Justin Gray. He's kind of disappeared here in the second half offensively for the Red Devils. 51-50 Burlington. 2:10 to go.
Yeah, Burlington got away from what was...
Clardy on the baseline, fakes it, puts it in and gives the Ponders the lead. Peter Clardy has come alive with 5 straight for the Ponders, and they take a 1-point lead.
Great presence for Peter, too. He took his time.
Steal by Jabari Williams.
Nothing crazy here.
See if Arlington will slow down and try to chew up a little bit of clock. No matter what, they want to get a good shot off on this possession with the 1-point lead. Minute 41 to go.
Look at James at the foul line. I like that there.
Peter Clardy is the one that's running baseline. He's done a nice job. Jabari Williams, little jump shot, no. Alexi fought for that rebound, couldn't come up with it. Here comes Burlington the other way, and they'll take the lead on the lay-in by Matty Gray.
Got to get back there.
19 for Matty Gray. The Gray brothers have contributed 36 of Burlington's 53 points. Minute 15 to go. Arlington down by 1.
Look at that pointing at James. Cover him.
17 on the shot clock. Arlington working it around for a good shot. James Dingman, top of the key. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Zambardino fakes, drives, pull up Jay. Yes!
Wow, what a big shot there.
Zambardino with the basket and gives Arlington the lead. 54-53 Ponders, 47 seconds to go.
Huge shot.
40 seconds to go. Little double team here by Arlington and a timeout call by Burlington. Might have been a break there. I don't know if Dingman almost got a handed on the arm of the Burlington player. Could have been called for a foul, but before all that happened, Burlington calls for and takes their final timeout of the game.
Yeah, it was a good timeout there. They got to get either Matty or Justin Gray the ball here. These guys, especially in space, are really tough to cover, especially the big guy here in the second half. So I think coaches is like, all right, let's run a set play, use the spacing that they have on their regular offensive sets and see if they can either get him a wide open shot or get him to the hoop. Because when he gets to the hoop, he's super tough.
I'd be curious to see where they're putting that ball back in play. If it's on the baseline, remember, Burlington has successfully run a nice little baseline play on out-of-bounds situations. Arlington has to be careful of that. Let's set the table for you right now. It's 54-53 Arlington with 33.3 seconds to go. Burlington is out of timeouts. Arlington has plenty. They have 3 remaining. Team fouls not an issue right now. Arlington with 2, Burlington with 3.
Yeah, they got to be careful of that little outside cut and then a backdoor cut by Matty Gray here. He's used that a couple of times very successfully.
And the ball will be inbounded on the baseline.
Alexi's on him, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, and James, the 2 Grays are right down there on the block.
Alexi directing traffic.
And Peter came up and tried to come up with the steal, and he bumped the Burlington player. Not a problem foul-wise for Arlington. That's only their 3rd team foul. But what it does allow, though, is now Burlington, I don't think they will, but in theory, they can hold for a final shot to win this game. Shot clock is off with 32.2 seconds to go in the game.
It doesn't seem like their MO, though. You know, they look to... Well, the first shot is a good shot for them.
Yeah, you don't want to risk it coming down to a final shot. Here comes Gray. Stripped behind by Alexi Chapotis. Arlington with the steal in the lead. Coach Woods takes the timeout. Yeah, after the steal, Arlington looked a little disheveled, so great timeout there by Coach Woods. Granted, they have to put the ball back into play, which is always difficult to do, but he prevented a possible situation where his team was a little bit out of kilter, and he didn't want to turn it back over.
Absolutely, the safe play there is call a timeout. Alexi, of course, tips the ball from behind.
Yeah,
Got to know where he is at all times.
It looked like Gray had a lane, but when you have Alexei Trapotsis playing defense, that lane disappeared quickly, flicked it away from behind, and Arlington creates the turnover.
Not only is he such a good defensive player with his athleticism, he has extremely long arms for his size, and that helps him. And they're so quick as well, too, where he gets in there. A lot of guys on a play like that would get a foul, and he's just so quick. He taps the ball away and taps it right to right to Jabari Williams, and here we go.
So Burlington and as well Arlington both with 3 team fouls. I'm sure Burlington will go for the steal, and if they don't get it, look for the foul right away. Arlington's going to have to inbound the ball twice because Burlington does have that 1 foul to give before Arlington would go to the line for 2 free throws. 22.4 seconds to go. Arlington with their starting 5 on the floor. I'm surprised Seconde isn't in there for defense.
I know, he's such a good defensive player.
Arlington has trouble getting the ball in bounds. Was it touched? No, never touched. So that clock should go back to 22.5. I think they're going to make that adjustment right now, but tough break there for the Ponders. They couldn't get it in bounds. It should be 22.5. They have 22.4 up there. 10th of a second shouldn't matter. And now Arlington has to play defense, and Burlington with a chance to win. Matty Gray with the ball, being guarded by Lechakosis. Lechakosis steals it. That's okay. That was a legal play. And now a foul committed by Burlington.
Holy cow, Alexi. I mean, how many defensive plays can you make, Don, in one season? It's a half a season.
You know, Burlington has their best player, one of their best players with the ball. Oh, and now actually Gray commits his 5th foul. It's only 14 fouls against Burlington. Oh no, Coach Connors thinks he gets time on the foul, on the player fouling up, but he's already put his substitute in.
So you
Let's
get
go.
it before the sub.
Don't give him a timeout. Let's go. But Arlington will take a timeout anyway. Okay. 4th timeout taken by the Ponders. They have 1 remaining.
I mean, it's so unusual to see a defensive specialist almost not dominate, but just control a basketball game with deflections, steals, and hustle. And he does all that. In the last 2 or 3 possessions, he's made 3 of the best defensive plays that you might see all season if you're watching a regular team. I mean, his defensive prowess is off the charts.
So for Burlington, what they wanted to do is they wanted to inbound the ball into the backcourt for a safe entry pass. But what that means now is you have to go 3/4 of the court with your tallest and one of your best players, but being guided by one of the best defensive players in the league. And again, as you mentioned a few times, he just gets a hand on everything, flicked it away. And for those of you thinking there might have been a backcourt violation on that, well, after Alexi tipped it, you are allowed a little bit of recovery time. He never actually possessed it in the front court. The ball was still kind of loose and being dribbled. So no backcourt violation. Correct non-call there by the officials. 16 seconds to go. Arlington by 1. Now remember, 2 possessions ago they had trouble getting the ball in bounds. Arlington does have a timeout left. It's off of Arlington. It's going to be Burlington ball. 13.2 seconds to go. Burlington basketball. They're down by 1. They have a chance to win this game. Yeah, they'll put Alexi on the other Gray now that Matty Gray is fouled out. Look for Justin Gray to be involved. 10 seconds to go. Here comes Gray, long 3, top of the key. No, rebound fought for. Will he get it off in time? No, he got it off in time, but it does not go. And the Spy Ponders get the win.
They got 2 shots at it, though. Wow, what a game, Don.
2 great shots by Justin Gray, number 4. Remember, Justin did not score in the second half, so for him to take those final 2 shots there, he just really wasn't in the flow of the offense in the second half. Came up negative on both, and Arlington escapes with the 1-point win. Wow.
I'm going to breathe into a lunch bag. Holy cow.
That was hair-raising game at the end there. Ponders had many chances to win it, many chances to lose it. Unfortunately for Arlington, they had trouble just inbounding the ball a couple of times, so that's something I'm sure Coach Woods is going to work on in practice so that doesn't become an issue for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that'll absolutely be a focal point because they did struggle a couple of times to get the ball in play, and especially the last time is basically all they needed to do is get the ball in play because there's only 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Let's run down tonight's scoring for the Red Devils. Anthony Gurrier had 6. Krish Soni had 2. Ryan Ellis had 2. Cole Shannon had 3. Leon Sakandi had 2. And accounting for 36 of the 53 Red Devil points, Justin Gray with 17, all in the first half, including 5 3-pointers. And then Matty Gray ends up being the leading scorer with 19. I believe he had 5 at the half, so he had 14 second half points and a total of 53.
Yeah, Arlington did a great adjustment on Justin Gray, who was hitting the threes. They didn't give him any room in the second half. They were right in his shirt and played some really tough defense on him. And it wasn't that he missed shots, he just couldn't get the ball because they just really played great defense on him. And a bunch of different guys did, not just the usual suspects in Alexi, but Peter played him for a little bit, and they really played him tough.
For Arlington, Jonas Burrell and Simon Miller each chipped in with 2 points off the bench. Peter Clardy had 9, including 5 points in the final 2 minutes. They had a basket, and then he had a 3-point play when Arlington was trailing. Alexi Trapotzis had 6. Jabari Williams had 10. James Digman had 17. But how about we give player of the game to Jack Zambardino, Tim? 8 points tonight. He played tremendous defense all night, battling on the boards, and he hit the game-winning shot on the baseline with under a minute to go.
Yeah, that baseline shot he hit from the right side, but he had a huge shot from the left side, that same shot before when Arlington was really stalled offensively and they were sort of in a little bit of an offensive slump and really needed a bucket. He really came through hard. And he played really, really good defense. He had some really good passes, rebounded the basketball, and his 8 points were 8 big points.
Correct. Wow. Take a moment here, and the final score here from the Dock-Home Gymnasium, Arlington 54, Burlington 53. Stay tuned. Tim and I will have some post-game guests.
Hey, good game, Peter. What an exciting ball game. Burlington really came to play tonight, and so did you guys. And man, that was an exciting game.
Yeah, it definitely came down to the wire. Something. I mean, we were kind of expecting it. Burlington's always a really good team, and we knew they were going to make a million threes. So just had to step up, and luckily we pulled it out at the end.
Yeah, you had 5 points, huge points in the fourth quarter there, looking to attack the hoop. That seems to be more of a priority for you this year, is to help out offensively. You've always been a good facilitator, great defensive player, and rebounder, but it looks like you're attacking the basket a lot this year.
Yeah, thank you. That's definitely something coach is emphasizing, me just getting downhill, trying to go to the paint, and then when I'm down there, then I can look to find teammates and look for score, pass, shoot, whatever. I was
Absolutely.
open.
And your conditioning, as team conditioning, was probably important today. Burlington really looked to get a track meet going today.
Yeah, for sure. They go up and down all game. That's definitely something we work on. We're always, first day of tryouts is always conditioning, a lot of conditioning, and then we just keep building off that throughout the season.
So you can't complain about running sprints at the end of practice.
I mean, yeah, can't complain. We had some yesterday and it paid off today.
That's great. And the way that you guys pass the basketball, especially at the end of the game, you move the ball around. Everyone's part of the offense, and you guys must work on that quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. And we know teams are going to step up on James, and so we got to move the ball around, move it quick, and then we look who's open. Alexi had some great slips, and yeah. Yeah,
Alexi also had some incredible defensive plays, which obviously doesn't surprise anybody at that point. One of the most amazing plays of the game, which you don't see too often in high school basketball, is the charge that you took. And man, did that kid run you over.
Yeah.
But you had your feet set, and you guys obviously work on that. It's it's one of the most difficult parts of the game, and you took it, and there was a big kid, he ran you over. How did you feel when he hit you originally?
I mean, he hit me hard. I was looking up at the ref, just praying he got me the call, and he did.
Yeah, I mean, you were there early. I mean, you had your feet set, and it was an easy call for the refs. But to be able to step up like that, Don and I were talking, and we said, wow, did he get hit hard there? It's like running across 128 in rush hour. But that's part of what you bring to the team is, a little bit of everything, and the grit is something that sometimes doesn't get played up as much as your ball facilitating the basketball and scoring. But to be able to step up like that, I give you kudos for that.
Thank you, and definitely a shout out to, he was number 0, Simon Hess. He took a million charges, and yeah, someone I looked at my game, so I'm happy it paid off tonight.
Yes, Simon's really been good off the bench, so that's a good advantage for you guys. And Jabari Williams as well today played another big game off the bench, filling in for Nico.
Yeah, he had a great game. It reminded me of Newton South. He's maybe one of the leading scorers with James, I'm guessing. I don't know
Absolutely,
how many
he had 17 that game, and tonight all his buckets were big buckets. Really good getting position on the offensive glass, but he did well as well. How's school going?
It's going great, yeah. I mean, second semester, senior year is about to come, so just cruising from here.
Okay, and what's your favorite subject matter?
Math, probably. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not really sure I want to study in college yet, but probably something in the math or sciences.
Right. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure.
But congratulations tonight. Once again, that was a great charge, and continued success throughout the year. We look forward to watching these games. This was a really good game to watch tonight.
100%. Great.
Okay,
Thank you so much for having me.
Good seeing you, bud.
You too.
And we're back with Coach Woods, and a little follow-up to Peter Clardy's interview is Coach, you just informed us that Peter was accepted to Boston College, so congratulations, Peter, on that. As far as tonight's game, Coach, hot attack game, but you got the win.
Yeah, the Burlington is having a really good year, and they're a tough team, and they kind of do some things offensively that make it hard to guard, and we kind of live on our defense stuff, and but I like the poise that we had when we got down initially, and then obviously we got to show a little bit more poise in those final, putting the game away, inbound the ball, go make some free throws, stuff like that. But to be able to have those mistakes on film and happen with a win is, I guess, something that we can work on without it killing us too much. So,
did you make any changes defensively with the twin brothers in the first half? The one twin brother, I don't have their names.
Gray,
Gray.
Matt Gray and Justin Gray.
So I think it was Matt is the shorter one, right? He had 5.
No, Justin had the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he had 5 3-pointers in the first half, and I believe he was scoreless in the second half. Whereas the taller Gray, he kind of came to life in the second half. What was your defensive strategy with those two?
The number 2 is their leading scorer. He's averaging about 16 a game. He's somebody that we were really keyed on in the first half, and I think the left-handed twin was the beneficiary of some of that attention. And then we kind of identified that this kid is hurting us, and maybe we can help in other spots rather than him. And maybe we were a little bit better at challenging some of those shots. And when we're flying around, and we don't have that rim protective presence, but we have some big guards that can kind of get their hands on passes and tip the ball and be in passing lanes and show. And so I think teams start to see ghosts sometimes, and they start whipping that ball around. But Burlington did a great job at it. I'm sure they had some turnovers, but nowhere near what we thought we get on a typical night.
Well, you got them when you really needed them. At the end of the game, in the final 2 minutes, again, Alexei guarding the taller brother, able to get deflections as they were trying to bring the ball up court. He got beat a little bit one time, but he was able to come in from behind and flick it away. You really could have given player of the game to a number of people. We gave it to Jack Zambardino. We thought that his baseline jump shot to win the game was a critical shot. Peter Clardy had 5 really clutch points there in the final 2 minutes when you guys were down by 4. He gave you a 1-point lead. James chipped in with his usual 17. So just an all-around great game for your team.
Yeah, earlier in the fourth quarter, when things were going our way, Jack got on the floor, got a loose ball. He's kind of been a little bit snake-bitten the last couple games. Just things haven't been going his way. And, I kind of told him, sometimes you just get on the floor, and now all of a sudden things start to seem a little better. And that was definitely a big pull-up on the baseline, which is a shot he makes all the time and stuff. Not something that, a lot of kids practice these days. They like to be outside the three-point line. We try to, diversify our offense a little bit. But, we did enough to get it tonight done. And, the team stuff, we know everybody knows James is a good player. He's reigning Middlesex League MVP. We look for him often, a lot, but when the defense does certain things, we have guys that need to make the plays off of it. We talk about it, we rep it, we do it, and it's fun to coach when it actually happens out on the floor. So.
Yeah. In some of the other games, we've had a lot of downtime to be able to talk about different things. One is the upcoming schedule. So let me get my notes here because I want to let the viewers know what we have coming up. I know the next game is on the road. So Friday, the 10th, you guys are at Reading. And then the next home, so then you'll have a week off. So our next home game will be on Friday, January 17th, when the Woburn Tanners come into the Doc Cone Gymnasium. And that'll be our next telecast. That's a 6:30 game here. So those of you at home, come join us and root the team on.
Yep.
What do you know about Reading coming up?
They're off to they're a little snake bitten themselves. It seems like there's Winchester, Arlington, and Lexington on the large side are off to a good start. At Woburn, Belmont, and Reading are looking to get back on track, and that's in their gym. It's never an easy place to play. They're going to play hard. So we also have a non-league game against Beverly on Sunday too. That must
not be on my schedule.
Slip that one, but
okay,
not a televised game. But
okay.
Feel free to join us up there. It's a 12 o'clock tip. So
12 o'clock this Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Fantastic. Okay, that'll wrap things up from the Doc Cone Gymnasium. I'd like to thank Miles Donato, our producer from the class of 2023, and Nicholas Pogorzelski from the class of 2026, who was our camera person tonight. Thank you guys very much for bringing us this telecast. For my partner, Tim Hoffman, I'm Don Phelan. The final score here tonight, Arlington 54, Burlington 53. Thanks for joining us.